And welcome back. Today, we got the new Superbox S5 Pro. Yeah, pretty stoked to see how this one works and to see what it's all about. So if you guys are brand new to the channel, consider subscribing. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Let me know if you guys have tested anything like this. I have a few of them here. So if anybody's interested, shoot me an email, rohasentertainment@gmail.com. I'm going to be letting this go for a pretty good deal. So if you're interested, let me know. Okay, what do you get within the device? We're going to go ahead and look at some of the specs and see how this thing looks like. So here is the Superbox. Pretty interesting how they keep updating them, and I'm curious to see exactly what this thing does have. On the box, it does read it says 1,000 megs on the Ethernet. It's got the Wi-Fi 6, and it is 32 gigs by 4 gigs of RAM. We'll see that when we put IDA 64. Supports 6K OTA, and then it says it has H.265, MPEG-4, and AVC. If it has that codecs, we're about to find out. I hate when they put that on the box label because we do find out pretty quick if it has it or not. Okay, there it is. Pretty cool. Looks like a little, I don't know, spaceship maybe. Looks like you are going to get a clock here. Looks like you got some breathing room right there at the bottom. Some holes here on the side, so pretty good breathing room. And even some holes here on top of the ports. So you do get a TF card slot. It looks like a 3.0 USB and a 2.0 USB, and they're even labeled. Well, it's labeled USB 1 and 2. There is a restore button right there if you need to restore it. You got your power, and then it's your IR, AV, HDMI, your landline, and then your optical cable right there. So pretty good stuff. Okay, most of the time these boxes don't come with the actual optical cable. It does have the port, but it just really depends on your setup. So you do get the user manual. We're not going to look at it because these things are pretty simple to set up. You do get a HDMI cable. Now for me, I do have my AudioQuest 4K cable, the chocolate one. It's a great cable there, and I also have a 4K capture card, so we're going to read how good this device is. Now the other thing too is you get power supply. It seems basic, nothing crazy about it. It doesn't seem like crazy budget, but it does seem on the budget end. And the last thing too is your remote. Now there is no batteries included, so you need to get two AAA batteries. With the price tag, I kind of wish they would give you some batteries. It's not going to cost them much money to do it, but they should. So on the back of the remote, you do have some instructions here. It says for Bluetooth pairing, programming, functioning, and that is the remote itself. So okay, let's plug this thing in and see what we get on the spec side of it. And let's go through the whole initial setup. So the one thing I do have to say was I did plug it in, and for some reason the power was not kicking in, which was kind of weird. So I just kind of took it out and put it back in, and then it kicked in. So yeah, okay, here we go. It's doing its thing. Notice how the screen is not fully black all the way around, so I'm probably gonna have to adjust one of the settings to make it full screen. It looks like it might be like at 95% maybe. So here we go. So from here you have a little disclaimer. You got to make sure you hit agree. Now if you have to point the remote directly on the device itself here, or it's not gonna pick up. So yeah, from here just set up your Wi-Fi. So should be pretty simple. Put in your password and you should be good to go. Okay, and then I think this is the last thing, is if you push the up button on the directional keypad, you should be able to adjust the screen size. So we're going to put it at 100%, hit OK, and there it is. Now I'm going to get into details here on a future video. On this one, we're just going to go through the specs just to be sure what it is that we have. So we're going to come to the browser, see what kind of browser they're using. So it is going to be Google Chrome, which is good. I like Google Chrome, so I'm not gonna sign into my account. And so for here, this is pretty easy. Now, because this remote doesn't have a keyboard, or because I have to point the remote specifically to the device, I like using one of these things. This is the Re keyboard. So pretty simple here. I'm just going to go into the search bar, type in IDA64, which is a great app here when it comes to looking at the specs. So you can find this on the Google Play Store. You can find this on the different websites. Pretty simple and easy to do. Now, typically when you do get these APKs and stuff, you just want to hit this, hit OK, and then hit open. Pretty simple when it comes to APKs. Most of the time you might get a message that says, hey, are you sure you want to download this? Or you have to allow permissions from unknown sources or third parties or whatever it is. It'll give you all the pop-ups here, so it should be pretty simple. This one says app installed. I didn't have to do anything, so it's already set up for me to do. So let me go ahead and move my guy right back up here. And here we go. Again, I love this app because it tells you everything. So the box is advertised as 32 gigs of internal storage. This, you have about 25 gigs total space, 24 are free, and it is 4 gigs of RAM. The platform, Blue Line, Xdroid, yeah, never really heard of those. Let's look at the CPU here. So this is going to use an all-winner chipset. This is using the H313, H616 ARM Cortex A53, which is pretty good. I need to go through a video on showing you guys what's the difference between all those chips. As far as display goes, it is pulling up on the full 1080p, 1920 by 1080p, which is fine. Mali G31, so good stuff right there. The box does say Android 12, and this does show Android 12 right there. So pretty good stuff. The device is rooted. Yeah, solid. Codecs. Most important things here, because it is using all-winner chipsets. I kind of already know what it's going to do. You're going to see your decoder and encoder looks like quadruplets, but you have the C2 and OMX, LATM, 3GPP, AMR, Flock, ALA, MLAW, MPEG, Opus, RAW, Vorbis. So pretty good stuff there. I don't see any DTS HD or nothing like that. So, but it's fine because all the RAW formats and everything should be able to pass through it just easily. When it comes to video, you have the all winners, ABC, HEVC, MPEG-2, MP4 VES, VP89, and VP8. This did say on the H265 it would read MPEG-4, and I don't see MPEG-4. I also don't see AVC either, not yet. Oh, there it is, video AVC. So I am looking, it should say MPEG AVC, but this one just says AVC. H264, which is your 4K, and H263, which is going to be your 1080p. So here you go, MP4V ES, and this one says MPEG-4. Okay, so yeah, missing some codecs, just what the box is saying. It's kind of a little bit, somewhat off a little bit. It does have AVC and it does have MP4, but not the one that's labeled MPEG-4. So, but you're still going to get your 4K quality. It says it supports 6K, so it's probably just going to be like just a standard upscale 6K, which is still a 4K video. But yeah, it looks like it has all the codecs that you're going to need. Allwinner has some great stuff. I've never had much of an issue with Allwinner, and so far the device is working pretty good. So stay tuned to the next video, because I am going to do another one with looking at all the specs or looking at the software side of stuff, like what's on the actual display. So pretty excited to check it out. With all that being said, you guys take care of each other. See you guys in the next one.